Hello, everybody. Good evening. You probably did not expect to see another video after last week, since I said this series is finished for the moment. And it is. I don't want anybody getting your hopes up that I suddenly was like, oh, yeah, I've just pulled out 12 more episodes out of this drawer here. But I had a thought that I wanted to kind of just wrap everything up. In kind of a neat sort of package, and I wanted to get opinions and things. So I'm hoping some people pop into the chat room and tell me what they think, because I have a really big question for everybody. Now that you've watched the series, now that you've listened to me go on and on about my thoughts and all this stuff, and now that you've had some time to think about it, was it worth it? That's all I'd like to know. I had a good time. It's 20 episodes, 20 plus episodes, give or take. And I covered a lot of topics. I enjoyed myself for the most part. Covered a wide range of things. And I feel pretty good about the whole thing. So I'd like to hear what you folks think. Has any of it impacted you? Have you thought any differently about your spiritual lives? Have you used anything that I've presented to you? Or have you decided it's all drivel and you're just going to flush it on down the existential plumbing? Which you can if you want. It's okay. I'm not going to be offended. I did my time on it. I made my videos. I'm sitting here drinking some Guinness coffee, believe it or not. Guinness Nitro coffee. And yeah, so if there were parts of it that you liked, what parts of it were they? What parts did you think made sense? What parts stood out to you? What parts do you think kind of could use some work? Like what would you like more explanation on? Maybe I'll do some extra videos to get some deeper explanations of certain things. Maybe I didn't explain something thoroughly enough, or I kept it too simple, or maybe I went in a weird direction and you're kind of concerned about it. So, feel free to drop comments on this video if you like. You can also go to my Facebook page, Spider Does Things on Facebook, or you can go to the official This Uncanny Earth Facebook group. It is a private group, so you do have to ask to join, but we do some very minimal screening. I don't think we've really denied anybody access. We've only tossed one person out at any point in the past, and that's because they were kind of problematic. So beyond that, we're pretty open on that. It's a bit slow in that neck of the woods, but it's still there. Still there. Yeah, so I'll tell you, I learned some things that I didn't know before. I learned some things about philosophies that I hadn't really properly researched. I learned some new techniques that I didn't know before. And I learned what smudging really is. Like, I had no idea that it's actually based in science with the positive and negative ions. I actually explained that to my daughter yesterday about the white sage and things. So I didn't know that before, and now I do. So I'm glad I was able to learn some things, and I hope you folks were able to learn some things as well. And that's really what it was all about. It was just intended for us all to kind of learn some things together. And I hope you did. I hope you got something out of it. And if you did not, if you got absolutely nothing out of it, in every episode you're kind of like, oh, maybe this time, no, nothing. Tell me what you think. Tell me why you think that all of it's useless. I mean, I'm not going to mind. I'm not going to be offended, like I said. Everybody has their own spiritual opinion on things. And there's a lot of different spiritual paths and a lot of different spiritual outlooks. And we all have our different ways of doing things. So, yeah, I'm not going to be too upset by it. This video isn't going to be that long. I only wanted to come on and, like I said, to kind of recap and just to kind of wrap everything up before the official end of the series. And if I do a new set of episodes in the future, it's not going to be very soon. This was kind of a spur of the moment idea. But if I do any more episodes of this in the future, what would you like to see? Would you like to see me showcase specific belief systems, or would you like to see me showcase tools and tips like how I did the tarot and the tea leaves and the smudging and all that other kind of stuff? Or would you like me to go in a different direction? Because if you have other suggestions, I don't mind doing them. I might put it in a future edition of the Spiritualist. Because right now, like I said, I'm kind of out of ideas. I'm kind of burned out on it, and I have a lot of other things I'm doing during the week. So I think I've hit all the important points so far that I can with this series. And like as I mentioned, I just hope some of you got something out of it, and it has benefited you and helped you grow in some positive way. Right? So yeah, that's it. It's been a rough couple of weeks. I'll say that it's been tough spiritually, I guess, philosophically, and in mentally. It's just been a rough time, and I think this will come back at some point once I've got everything a little bit more centered. Because right now my head's all over the place. I've got other things that I'm working on, and I've just a bit too scattered to stick to this at the moment. But and you can tell I'm just like I don't have a good stream of consciousness going. So yeah. So that's my thoughts. That's my final thought on everything. Once again, if you have any suggestions, or if you just want to tell me a story of how the show may have helped or otherwise, then by all means, drop a comment on this video on YouTube, which is the This Uncanny Earth YouTube page, or you can go to my Facebook page, Spider Does Things, or you can go to the official This Uncanny Earth Facebook group and drop a comment there. I would love to hear all that. But that's all I have for you. I'm going to enjoy the rest of my evening. I hope the rest of you do as well. And as I usually say at the end of all these videos, and probably for the last time for the foreseeable future, be well.